This week on the Island Times News Update, Governor Rick Scott vetoes money for the St. Johns River Ferry. The Atlantic Beach Commission is divided on a seaside community council, and Beaches Watch will focus on the Jacksonville Pier. Welcome to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. Governor Rick Scott has used his line-item veto authority to cut $1 million that had been earmarked for capital projects for the St. Johns River Ferry from the state budget. The money was to have been used for badly needed repairs to the boat. Scott said he vetoed the appropriation because the service had received a similar amount last year, and the project circumvents the Florida Seaport Transportation and Economic Development Evaluation process. State Representative Janet Adkins and State Senator Aaron Bean had been so confident the funding would be approved, they issued a joint news release before the governor issued his veto message. Bean criticized the veto, saying that if it were a bridge crossing the river, the DOT would certainly be spending money to be sure it was safe. The city of Jacksonville will now have to find funding to complete needed repairs on the ferry. The veto is separate from the money authorized by the Jacksonville Transportation Authority to refurbish the ferry's slips on both sides of the river. The Atlantic Beach City Commission has moved to within one vote of forming a seaside community council, but the commission was divided on the issue. The idea behind the body would be to advise the commission on issues related to coastal concerns such as climate change, sea level rise, and quality of life issues. The council would pursue grants, participate in research and analysis, and present periodic reports in an effort to help the commission make informed policy decisions for the community. But the commission was divided on the idea of the council. Commissioner Jimmy Hill said he could not see any purpose for the committee.
My primary concern is that not one person has made one scientifically important or scientifically founded explanation or even an attempt to describe why we need this committee, other than to collect data, which if they're not doing research, which there's plenty of research going on, what is the purpose of this committee? It's going to cost money. We were told that it wouldn't, but there's clearly administrative activities that are going to take place. I haven't seen the purpose of this. I hate doing things with no reasonable, even remotely decent reason to do it. And to be honest with you, the grant side of this concerns me greatly. The fact that there's fairly large amounts of money involved in the grant process, and this opens the door to that, tends to worry me. I don't understand why we're getting involved in this in the first place.
But Commissioner Maria Mark said there were many reasons to form the panel.
I think that this committee is essential. I think as elected officials, one of our primary goals is to ensure that we are looking at ways of keeping our community safe and healthy and improve quality of life. And any way I think that we can do that is a good thing. I don't know what the heartburn is about this. This is an advisory council. I think their charge is clear. They're clear about it. Otherwise, I don't think they would have signed up to be on this council.
Mark said that the charge for the commission is clear, and those who have agreed to participate are clear on its goals. The makeup of the council was also discussed. The initial ordinance would place 4 residents of Atlantic Beach and 3 academics from various institutions in the region on the panel. There would also be 1 student liaison who would be a non-voting member of the committee. The commission passed the ordinance creating the Seaside Community Council on first read 3-2, with Commissioners Hill and Jonathan Doherty voting no. The item will be on the agenda for its second reading at the next regular meeting. The City of Atlantic Beach has taken the first step in establishing a Community Redevelopment Agency, or CRA, along the Mayport Road corridor. A CRA is a special district from which any increase in money collected in property taxes because of rising property values is set aside specifically for improving the area. Development of a CRA was identified as one of the city's top 10 priorities in a recent strategic planning workshop, according to documents prepared by city staff for the members of the commission. Representatives of the consulting firm VHB, which is already working with the city of Jacksonville on a CRA for the Mayport Village, attended the meeting. Atlantic Beach resident Steve Lindorf, who recently retired as planning director in Jacksonville Beach, would be designated as the local CRA manager for the project. VHB has proposed a scope of work for Atlantic Beach that would cost the city $92,446.67. The company says the quote covers everything necessary for the city to create a CRA, including community engagement, visioning, economic analysis, finding of necessity, and drafting a CRA plan. Atlantic Beach and the city of Jacksonville explored a joint CRA back in 2002, according to Atlantic Beach Planning Director Jeremy Hupsch, who said it fell apart for political reasons. Hupsch said the CRA would abut the Mayport Village CRA to the north, which comes as far south as Dutton Island Road. It would include the light industrial area and the commercial corridor.
Kind of some unique opportunities to improve the residential neighborhood, some of our parks. Our light industrial areas got a lot of economic development opportunities, and I think there's a lot more opportunity to attract some retail, some restaurants, shops, things of that nature that serve the local community along the actual commercial corridor. So I think there's a lot of opportunities here to really redevelop the area.
Hupsch said that if Duval County matched the contribution based on the millage rate that is sent downtown, he estimates the CRA would generate in the range of $2 million per year based simply on inflation. The Commission agreed to move the contract with VHB forward to a future meeting in the form of a resolution on which they will vote. Jacksonville City Councilman Bill Gulliford and Jacksonville Beach Mayor Charlie Latham will be the speakers at the July Beaches Watch meeting. Their topic will be the Jacksonville Pier. The pier opened in 2004, but the operator says it is falling apart and is in need of repair, but there's not money budgeted for any such project. The pier is one of the quality of life items mentioned in the Jacksonville Beach Downtown Action Plan. Gulliford and Latham will discuss options for the pier and its future. The meeting will be held July 1st at 7 p.m. at the Beaches branch of the Jacksonville Public Library. Well, when we come back, events around the beaches as we approach Independence Day. This is the Island Times News Update.
Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning in Atlantic Beach offers a full range of residential and commercial heating and air conditioning services, from new installation to replacement and remodeling. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning can keep your home comfortable year-round, and they offer preventive maintenance contracts to keep your system running at peak efficiency. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning is an authorized Bryant dealer and will service all brands. For year-round comfort in your home or business, contact the original Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning at 241-1788. Beaches Academy Child Care Center in Jacksonville Beach has been offering affordable, loving child care to families in the Beaches communities for 35 years. Conveniently located on Penman Road, Beaches Academy offers care for children from infants through preschool, with programs that encourage learning and outdoor play. Our affordable tuition means families can get quality child care at a price that fits their budget. Contact Beaches Academy at 246-3885 and schedule a tour of our center. Beaches Academy, the child always comes first.
Welcome back to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton with a look at some of the events happening around the beach this coming week. In Jacksonville Beach, the second installment of the Super Grom Surf Festival, put on by the Florida Surfing Association, will be held Saturday, June 27th. Participants need to be at the south end of the pier at 8:45 in the morning for a 9 a.m. start. The third Super Grom Surf Festival for the summer will be held at the end of July. In Neptune Beach, New York Times best-selling author Patty Callahan Henry will be at the Bookmark on Tuesday, June 30th at 7 p.m. to talk about and sign copies of her new novel, The Idea of Love. The book is described as a drama about the lengths we go to for love. Acoustic musicians will hold an acoustic night Sunday in Bull Park at the Delgrange Cultural Center. Local musicians perform solo or play with a small band on the lawn at Bull Memorial Park with family and friends. The music begins at 6 p.m. And of course, the week will culminate with the annual fireworks display on the Jacksonville Beach Pier, with the show beginning on July the 4th, appropriately enough, at 9 p.m. Local law enforcement officials remind residents and visitors alike they need to be aware of laws covering illegal fireworks, consumption of alcohol, and blocking of public right-of-way. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is providing extra officers to assist local police departments throughout the weekend. With July 4th falling on a Saturday, it's expected that as many as 100,000 extra people will be in our communities over the weekend, and First Street will be crowded with bicycles. You can expect traffic to be very heavy, particularly after the fireworks display, as all those people make their way home. So be careful out there, and let's have a safe and happy 4th of July celebration. The National Weather Service says we can expect more hot and muggy weather over the weekend, with a good chance of showers and thunderstorms on Sunday and Monday, then a daily chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms through the rest of the week. The Island Times is always digital, always free at www.theislandtimes.com. Become a subscriber and get updates on news from the Beaches communities delivered right to your email box. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. I'm Tom Patton. Thanks for watching.